I have something to tell you. I have hidden my young life because I could never explain it, actually make sense of it. When kids at school would talk about their fathers, I would always lie about mine. Once in rural southern Indiana, I told the boys in my class, I didn't know any of the girls, that he was a spy and worked for the OSS, the forerunner of the CIA. What did they know anyway? Then one of the smartasses said, if he's a spy, how come you know? I said, I looked through his billfold. This seemed to satisfy him. What could I say? My old man's a grifter. Lying was as natural as truth-telling. It created a world better than mine. Maybe he was a spy. The truth of the matter is, sometimes I couldn't tell the difference. So now I am exposing myself to put the embarrassing need to hide behind me. I am whispering to you. I have something to tell you. The value of memoir writing, translating the abstract thoughts about the past to the written page and sharing my past with others. I have been fluently writing anecdotes, but not always the real continuousness of my story. Its foundation is fear, both the story and the telling. It will be a positive catharsis of freedom if I can do it. On the occasion when I can tell it, it not only comes to a freedom, but opens up myself to myself the substance of, and makeup of who I am. Somehow in the telling I am made less fearful. It doesn't have to be either funny or serious, neither unusual nor ordinary. It just has to be stated. I grew up hiding, and it feels quieting and comfortable to be hidden, but it also is limiting and restrictive. It is warm under that blanket and unknown outside. So I've continued from childhood my safe aloneness, and now in my old age, I see what it has done. Suppose people know you and thought well of you because they did. Every alcoholic I've known has a version of the safety of facade. Yeah, but if you really knew me, you wouldn't like me. Is a statement all alcoholics say in one way or another. But suppose they did know me. That's what writing memoir can do for me. Open me to the world, coming and going. I somehow now feel free to let you all know. Out from under the compulsion to elude and hide, go forth and multiply. Stories, that is. Writing remembrances of things past. There is an abstraction in writing about the remembrance of things past. I don't, in doing so, need to feel the emotions that attended them, but I can if I choose to. I don't feel fear or physical pain or the confusion that always was present in my youth. Now things are more orderly as I remember. My fearful stepping into a new classroom, not knowing a soul, my awkwardness with new people, especially girls, my need to put up a false front, one that I perceived would be acceptable, my loneliness, which this falseness created, are abstract now. They can be conjured up again as I write about the past, but somehow in a less immediate way, somehow less terrifying. It is one of the residual joys of remembering in writing, and somehow more coherent and much less emotional. It actually frees me to remember. Now, as I write, I often think of things I had forgotten about the past and call them to mind in a positive and self-defining way that is free of the event which could have been so terrifying as I lived it. Now I don't have to shut it away or change the memory. Actually, now I don't even have to write about it, but I can. It's up to me.